Hello everyone, this is Mentor Tooba and I am going to explain a PMP scenario in this video. So let me just first read out the scenario and then I will explain. A critical product in your project is being produced by an overseas vendor. A quality survey revealed non-compliance with some of the product specifications. What should the project manager do next? Option A, assign project personnel to oversee the vendor's facility to ensure compliance with the specifications. Option B, review the production contract to determine if the reference specifications were included. Option C, schedule a workshop with vendor representatives to provide an overview of the project specifications. And option D, schedule regular weekly meetings with the vendor to control this situation. If I just have to point out some important terminologies in this scenario, so one important terminology is the non-compliance. It's a serious concern, so we should keep that in consideration. That vendor is allegedly non-complying with some specification, and the vendor is working on a product as part of a project, and he is overseas as well. Now, keeping that in consideration, what should be the best course of action among these four option choices? Correct answer to this question is option B, review the production contract to determine if the reference specifications were included. Why so? See, if we are talking about a vendor, then definitely the vendor and that organization where you are working as a project manager, they must be associated with each other in that project capacity via an agreement. It can be an MOU, it can be an SLA, it could be a contract, it could be LOI, LOA, any type of agreement, but some kind of binding or non-binding agreement would definitely be there. So if there is an apprehension that non-compliance is found against the vendor, then the very first thing to do, and one other thing that you need to focus is, which is asked in the question as well, that what should the project manager do next? The immediate next step after knowing the situation, probably more than one thing can be do in this situation, but what is the immediate next step should be done in this situation? The immediate next step is, what was the agreement between the vendor and the organization for this project? If this is specification for the product was included as part of the contract, then yes, vendor is to blame. But if those recommendations and specifications were not there, or they were there, but the context is a little different than what is stated in this quality survey findings, then of course, it's not a non-compliance. It can be a misunderstanding, may or may not be, but again, the contract is going to be help you with that. So B is the right thing to do. Now, let's check why A, C, and D are not the appropriate choices in this situation. A says that assign the project personnel to oversee the vendor's facility to ensure the compliance with the specification. C, A is out or is a wrong choice because the question is asking about the immediate next step. A is not the immediate next step. You just go to the vendor's facility to check if they are complying with everything that was agreed upon between you and them. Could be a possible option, but not as an immediate step to take. First, you need to check the contract. First, you need to check the agreed upon, commitment, and then if the non-compliance is actually there, then you may go for A, or you may go for some, some kind of counseling session or some kind of controlling mechanism, but not as a first step. So A is out. C, schedule a workshop with vendor representatives to provide an overview of the specification. This is kind of a distractor. This doesn't make sense in the situation. Scheduling a workshop with the vendor, I mean, that may be needed, but not for this reason. So C is out. D, schedule regular weekly meetings with the vendor to control the situation. Maybe someone would say that why not D? Why uh, regularly meeting with the vendor and their representatives would not help with the situation. See, this is a kind of like a one-time situation, or like not a routine situation. This is like a one-off situation, I would say. So, although as a statement, regularly meeting with the vendor representatives weekly or bi-weekly or so is needed, and you should do that. But this is not the this is not something related to this scenario only. Even if you meet with them, this situation can occur. Yeah, if you get to know that yes, non-compliance is there, and and that non-compliance is because of some monitoring and controlling issues, or maybe a non-compliance is because of some something which was not intentional, then mentoring and coaching and controlling, monitoring could help. But again, that's not the first step in the situation. The very next thing is, if the non-compliance is actually valid, and if yes, then why so? Did we document that? Did we not document that well? Was there a misunderstanding? Was there like any kind of blockers or hindrance in there? Whatever the case is, B is going to help you with that. And post B, you can go for A, you can go for D, or any other measure to correct this issue and to prevent this issue or similar kind of situations later on. So I hope you like this explanation. I will be back very soon with other PMP scenarios as well. Till then, take care. Goodbye.